processing times and why does it fluctuate so much? My name is Abby, and today I'm going to be talking about the Immigration Department's processing time for different types of visa applications and why yours might be processed earlier or why it might be delayed due to multiple factors. So if you're waiting for your visa to be processed or wondering how long it'll take, today we're going to break down the key factors that impact your visa processing times and give you some insight into what you can expect when applying for your Australian visa. Stick around because this video will answer all your burning questions about the processing times and the current delays we're experiencing for multiple visas. So why do processing times vary so much? Let's start with the basic. A lot of things can impact the speed at which your application gets processed, and no, it's not just about luck. Here's what affects your visa application timelines. Okay, firstly, are your documents complete? Have you prepared a decision-ready application? Make sure you provide everything that the department officers need to make a decision. Make sure your health examinations are done. Make sure the police clearances are provided. So whatever they may need so they can make a decision as soon as they look into the application. Now, if it's an online or paper application, generally everything is now online. So it does mean it's pushed through much quicker because it sits automatically in a queue to be processed. Now, how quickly you respond. So if you've been issued a request for further information or a Section 57 natural justice notice, which is a bit more serious, then you need to make sure you respond quickly. The quicker you respond, and then you can go to your IMI account, or your agent or lawyer will go to your IMI account and confirm that they have provided all the requested information, which can then help speed up the process as well. Now, how long it takes for checks, this can vary depending on the types of checks that need to be done, but just make sure you've provided everything that you need to. Now, how many spots are available in the program for permanent migration applications? There's tens of thousands, but each year they're only looking to fill a certain amount. So what happens sometimes is they'll push back applications into the next financial year if they've met the quota for the previous financial year, just so their skilled migration planning levels are aligned to what they did. Maybe slightly over, slightly less, but generally it is slightly over. And then they'll probably increase the processing times and delay those applications being processed to the next financial year. Now, if you have a complex case, this can also result in your application taking longer than needed. We have a lot of clients stuck in, for example, ministerial interventions and character units where there's been some kind of character issue from the past. Something as simple as declaring the wrong thing on your form when you enter Australia. This can also flag something when you're applying for permanent visas, especially in Australia, and create issues. And we have someone that is in this situation because they did not declare everything correctly as to where they had been when doing the declaration when entering Australia. So these are all the generic things that can delay it. At the moment, there is a ministerial direction that prioritizes certain visas over others. So it could mean that yours is delayed. For example, the 186 visa is currently experiencing up to 17 months processing time. It's an employer-sponsored visa. It shouldn't take that long. Companies need employees entering the country quickly, not be waiting 1.5 years for that. Same with the training visa. If they're offering a training opportunity that's available now, we don't know if it's going to be available 6, 9, 12 months down the track. So the department does need to work on a lot of these issues to make sure the requirements for not just them, but people that are coming into the country and the people that the country needs or the companies need in the country are covered with the skilled migration programs. Now, if you have any questions regarding the timelines, you can also check the department's website. For example, if we talk about the subclass 600 visa, if you're applying for the tourist stream, 50% of the applications are processed in just 8 days and 90% within 29 days. Then you have different types of streams. So for the education sector, 50% of the applications are processed within just 17 days and 90% within 4 months. So the 40% is actually taking a much longer time to process. So all of these things matter, and you need to make sure that you do everything you can to help speed up that process. But a lot of the delay is actually from the department's end when it comes to processing these applications. The 189 points tested stream, which is the federal government inviting you, Processing time is only 59 days at the moment and 4 months for 90% of the applications and 50% for 59 days. Whereas the subclass 190, which is the state nominated, is taking much longer, where 50% of the applications are processed in 18 months and 90% of the applications are processed within 19 months. So it's taking approximately 1.5 years for that visa. So waiting for your visa can actually feel like a lifetime. Your life's on hold while everything is processing. Check your IMI account regularly to ensure all your documents are up to date. Make sure your agent's also checking them regularly. We usually get updates on email, and we continue to monitor our IMI account to make sure all of our clients don't have a flag or something next to their application, which means something has been requested. So it's important to make sure all of these things you do regularly, every 2-3 months at the latest, to ensure nothing is pending. Maybe sometimes emails are missed. That's why we also check the IMI account for clients as well, in case an email has not been received or it's been blocked or it's gone to junk, which doesn't actually happen. But we've noticed some clients, when they're getting their own emails, they don't always look at them, and that can then trigger a delay in the application or even a refusal if they don't respond in the right time. So to wrap up, here's what you need to do. Complete your documents, quick responses to anything that the department asks. Online applications are obviously processed much quicker. Cover all the complexities that are included in your case up front with a submission. Check the processing times. Yes, there are huge delays at the moment for certain visas. Just follow that timeline and it's usually pretty accurate and up to date. If this video helped you understand any of these visa processing times, or if you have any more questions regarding this, you can leave a comment below. Hit the like button, subscribe, follow, and hit the bell icon to continue receiving updates for Australian immigration.